Hello everybody, Thorgal here, and welcome back to episode 2 of my Nuts and Bolts Torch series here on the FTOG server. Thank you so much for the tips and tricks on the last episode, guys. It was really helpful. I really appreciate it. And I thought I'm gonna start this episode by pointing out one trick that I believe it was Slight that told me about it in the comments. That made me take a look at all this iron here more. Okay, and you guys see we're gonna need to automate the bees here in a minute. I'm still waiting for some seed oil. We are at 850, so I need to get up to 1 bucket. So one of these wax capsules here that I made, 4 of them, just 3 beeswax, because it's gonna take 1 bucket to fill one of these, and then I can take it and put it up into this carpenter. This carpenter I just made, standard recipe, nothing out of the ordinary, and with that we can then make apiaries, just like that. It's not gonna show us until we have the seed oil in here, I believe. But yeah, one of these is gonna make us the, what is that thing called? Apiary? Something casing, standard frame, impregnated casing, that thing right there. And then we can make apiaries, and the apiaries we can automate. Bee houses, I already took them down a minute ago. You cannot automate those, okay? And I also wanted to note that this princess here was the one that I used in one of the bee houses, and I put this away now. This is the other princess from the second bee house that we used, and it was constantly making me 1 to 2 rocky combs per cycle. But this one barely ever made any, so that means the productivity on this one, if I would scan it, is much higher than it was on this one. So now I took the second one, the second in the row right here, and I'm gonna use this one and keep my eye on it if this one possibly makes us more combs, right? And if this one doesn't work, then I'm gonna go to the next one, just because we're gonna need a ton of these rocky combs, guys. Last time I thought that I was short 1 stone powder to make the CF, but I actually need 10 CF powder. So altogether I need 60 stone dust, and I only have 19 so far. Okay, so we're gonna have a little bit to go on that, but let me get back to the iron here that Slight the Trick told me. When you take a look at this banded iron here, for example, that gives us 100 millibuckets of molten bloom in this thing right here, right? And don't forget, it takes 500 to make 1 ingot. So it would take 5 of these ores to make 1 iron ingot, right? But if you look at the usage on the smeltery, it gives you 100 millibuckets in the smeltery. And the molten iron still, if you want to pour an ingot, still takes 144. So I guess 3 of these will give you 2 ingots and a little bit left over. So you actually get a lot more iron if you use the right machine. And then I also looked at this one. This is the one that I always just dumped into the bloomery, right? It gives you 700 millibuckets. But if you look at the usage, if I smelt this first, I get 2 of these, which is 450. And if I go on the usage on this, right, oh my god, that's a long list right there. And if I put it in, it gives me a whole ingot. So for 1 of them, I get guaranteed 2 ingots if I smelt it first, instead of 700 millibuckets, which is a little bit less than 1.5. I have not even looked at this one. Hematite, the same thing. If I cook it first, that is a big deal. I'm gonna have a lot more iron this way. And lastly, limonite, the same thing. So these 3 right here, I'm always gonna smelt first and then put it into the smeltery from now on. And the same with this one. So there's actually no more use for me to use the bloomery. I'm probably gonna stop using it, because that way I don't waste as much iron. So thank you very much for that tip. And then here you guys see I did a little bit of rearranging. And number 1, I made this carpenter. Number 2, I made a survival generator. Very inexpensive to make, no problem at all. And then I added an LV capacitor. This one right here cost 3 iron, 2 copper, 1 lead, 2 treated wood, and 1 redstone. Just so I can have this running if the machines are not running, and start saving a little bit of excess power, right? I'm still using the clockwork engine to charge it from the front. Whenever I'm in here, I punch it until it's nice and red, just to get a little more power, right? So this capacitor has an input from the top and from the front, output to the right, the bottom, and the left. And then the carpenter I just have sitting directly next to the survival generator, because that way I just have more, so I won't need this one very often. Let's just say it like that, right? Yay, we got the first seed oil, perfect. Now we can finally do that. Now I got a bucket in here, and you guys see it's already processing the casing. There is no indicator on how much power it has. Now it has no power. Okay, so I probably want to use this fella here for the moment and put it against that. Just so it gets dedicated power, because I'm guessing that the survivalist generator charges this one faster, or there's some kind of a priority, okay? Apparently it fills the battery before it gives it off to the machine. So this should be done in just a second, I hope. Come on. Don't let me down. There's one. Very good. And we're gonna wait the second one out as well. Let's punch it back up to red. Because it does make more power the hotter the engine is, okay? So if you just let it go all the way down, and I don't know exactly the numbers, guys. Let's say this makes 2 RF right now, and when now it's down to 1.5, and then the green, it gives you only trickling, you know, 1 or something. All right, let's get it back up to red so we get the second one. And yeah, so hoping that with automating these bees here, I did make the transfer nodes, which is standard recipe. I was really surprised. The same with these. You get 64, so we're probably going to use a lot of these in the beginning. But as I was saying, is I was very surprised that in an expert mode mod pack, that these transfer nodes and so on are default. And once we have all the stone dust automated, because we need a lot of CF powder, guys. I need to wait until I have 60 before I can turn the quest in, because I'm going to have all 10 CF powder at once to turn the quest in. And then we can really get started with industrial craft, because for the generator, to make that, we need 3 reinforced stone. Where's that guy at? Right here. For this machine block. 4 of them, sorry. So I actually need to use CF powder. I don't think I can... Yeah, well, we don't have any steel anyway. So, now that we have these 2 impregnated casings, let's go ahead and make our apiary, which is a very simple recipe. So there's our 2 apiaries, and these now we can automate, finally. The bees. I'm gonna move it away from here. I said I want to put them right there, okay? And then I'm hoping that this will work. Okay, we're gonna pump out from the top. It's only gonna take the things on the right hand side here. It will never pump these out. That's the input. And then we'll bring the cables. You know what? I'm gonna separate those 2. I think that's gonna be better. Let me get another chest. Like that, yes. And should we go to the left, to the right, or to the front? Okay, let's see here. So that is 1 cable. The first block, it's gonna check. No, it doesn't check here because this is the node. So this is 1 distance, 2 distance. And if I put the chest directly here, it will alternate. It will probably put an item in here, then here, then here. So I'm gonna have to have another cable there to extend it once. And we'll do the same over here. And like I said, I hope it will work this way. I haven't tested it yet. So when it sucks the princess and the drones out, it should always put them in here first again. And then the stuff that it cannot put in here should go into the chest, like the combs, right? So this left one is the one that I know works. So let's put these back in here. And then let's put... Actually, we can test it out. Let's put the princess in here. And now put the drones in here. Did it put it in here? Yes. So that works. You just need to have this extra pipe here so it doesn't put it into the chests until it made sure everything is in the apiary. Good. So now these guys are automated, and I wanted them to be split apart because of the productivity of these princesses that I mentioned. So meaning, if I put them in the same chest, I never know how many combs does this guy make versus this guy. So now I actually have a comparison, and like I said, I'm gonna keep cycling these princesses until I have a guaranteed at least 1, possibly 2 of the combs per cycle, because I'm gonna need so much of the stuff, like I said. And let's heat this up one more time. and put these combs in here. And over here is the other stuff that is waiting, which I actually now gonna put over here. So it's next to it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to wait out. I really don't want to continue until I have all of these 60 stone dusts right here. So I'm gonna have to have a lot of waiting, but it gives me a time to fill this capacitor up. So if we need more stuff from that, it's gonna be easily doable. And I think, ouch, we are gonna start doing this here. We're gonna take 16 and 16. Let's start with these. And I'm gonna put them in here because when this is finished processing this geothite, let's see here real quick. You can put it in the crusher. Can we also put it in a macerator? Yes. So I'm gonna get even more. Okay, that is awesome. So I'm not gonna put this in the smeltery. I'm just gonna let these guys here do its thing. And keep doubling all the iron, so once we have a macerator, we can double. That is exciting. I didn't even look that far ahead. That is awesome. Alright, I'm gonna do some waiting, and probably gonna go mining and just do other, maintenance tasks and so on. And then once we have enough to make the CF powder and can turn this quest in, and then we'll continue with IC2, because I really want to make the most out of my ore in this pack. We're gonna need a lot. It has been many hours since that last cut, guys. It's all because of the stone dust. It was quite an adventure getting that all together. And you guys see I've also been working on these caminite bricks here, where you just make this regular caminite, which is just clay and bone meal. And the bone meal I'm making the most out of putting the bones I have into the quartz grindstone, because you get 4 bone meal per bone. Also, wanted to mention that the last clip here, I tuned my voice and volume and stuff. I think it should sound almost normal, but Windows did an update again this morning when I got on, when I came on the PC, and that messed with my recording settings again, and so it was way loud. It boosted the decibels. It was crazy again. So, but hopefully everything is back to normal. It's just a reoccurring problem, it seems, with Windows. There's 7. I think I have them all now. Oh my god. Finally 60. And look at this, guys. Look at how many rocky bees I have in here now. This is from the last trip to the mining age, because, unfortunately, there is something wrong with the apiary. I moved the 2 that we had over here to here, and then made 2 more. And even the bee houses, let's see. They have nothing again. And this one has 1. Okay. I'm gonna move them over because I gotta keep this going. I have a feeling that we're gonna need a lot of CF powder in the future. But check it out. Each one of these started with 4 rocky drones. So this is now 14. This is the 15th cycle. There's 1. This one made me 3. This one here made me 1. And these 2 over here, if there's none right now, have never made any. In 15 cycles now. Not a single comb out of these. I don't know what's wrong with these apiaries, but definitely if you don't want to farm, it seems like you should stick with bee houses and just do it manually. And I'm gonna have to figure out, hopefully they're gonna update this pack soon so this recipe is fixed, because you're supposed to only have to smelt stone to get stone dust, right? Anyways, so we got everything now, and sorry, Jinx, that I mentioned Slight over and over and gave him credit. I love you both. But I corrected it in the video with an overlay. Jinx actually gave me the tips here about the iron ore. And you guys see I got... where's the regular iron? What? Oh yeah, this is the regular surface iron. I thought that there was... Is it actually called the geothite? I think it is. It must be. And you guys also notice the button here is missing, but it's still there when you click on it, the sort. Like here, check it out. It does sort it because I installed Faithful 32 again. I actually wanted to. It was never my intention to stop using it. And one of you guys reminded me in the comments on the last episode, like, hey, what made you stop using Faithful? It was only in one series that I stopped using it. And that's in my 1.710 single player, because it causes that weird flickering with all the signals that I have there. So, give me a second here. So now that we have all this, let's go ahead and make the CF powder. That is 10 right there. So now, let's see if we finally getting credit for this. Oh my god. Yes, it looks like I got it. This is gonna be beautiful. I am so happy to finally... Then this reward here. Yay, a painter. And of course, the other one we made last time. And now we also have to make some reinforced stone. And of course, I'm gonna get 4, which I'm gonna need for the generator here anyway, for one of these. We're just gonna make one because I wanna just have the macerator and the generator for now. And then we'll figure out where we go from here. But this is gonna be a big milestone making this. A resonating plate is just one of the resonating ores, right? Yes, so let's go ahead and smelt one of those up. So it gets going... Where is that stuff? Oh, that looks different. Why does this look different than when it's in the ground? You guys... Oh, it might be the texture pack, because I just changed the texture pack. That might be the reason. And you should have enough power to do this here, my friend. Okay, so let's get that, and then I also made a different forge hammer already. So now that we have this, we gotta make some... We gotta make some of this iron scaffolding here. So I'm gonna need 6 iron plates. And I'm only gonna make what I need to make for now. Is this gonna be enough? Yes, it still has... What is that? 4 uses left. Very good. Let's go ahead and make this a recipe. So we got 8 of them. And then I'm gonna just... What should I do? Should we just make... I think we're just gonna make 1 right now. Yeah. Let's just make 1. And I've not done this before. So, right-click water. Okay, so it does turn into this... Whatever this is called. And now if I right-click this, it picked it up and gave me 1 bucket. Okay. That is enough for 10 of these blocks. So now if I right-click this here, it turned into the reinforced construction foam. And then we can speed this up by clicking this with sand, and there's our reinforced stone. I also, I upgraded my pick. I gave it a manilium head, and I put a second modifier with speed on it. Let me just show you guys. So, doesn't show it. Oh, that does. Haster. So that's two of those. I'm up to 101 with the luck. We got the mending moss. The fortified is because I did the obsidian sharpening stone in the beginning to get to the diamond, the cobalt mining level. Of course, that's the paper binding. Insatiable. I think that is just... I don't know what that is from. Not sure. And well established is the copper rod. So it's a pretty neat axe right now, or pickaxe. And it's getting there. And how much XP? You still have 63 XP on it. So I'm getting more XP by using than it needs for the repairing. I also made the simple setup here over here. I just made the clock with the hopper underneath and this because I made a bunch of seared stones. It's just putting cobblestone in here and get it because we're gonna need that later for the blast furnace, which I'm hoping to get done today as well. So let's go ahead and turn this quest in, and we're getting 4 of those as our reward. So what's next here? Powering the future. So it actually wants us to make a generator. That's cool. Alright, so that's what we're gonna do right now. And there's a little trick I just found out in the Googles. Check this out. When you type generator, right, there's a ton of them. But if you type directly behind it at IC2, it limits it to only IC2 generators. So that's actually really nice. That's a trick I didn't know, and I always wanted to know if you can limit it by mods. So we got the... I can get... Oops. Let's come right here and get rid of the scaffolding and the CF powder because we don't need that anymore. So we still want to make this generator now, and so this is going to be 2 iron plates. Let's make this guy first. How do I make aluminum rods? I don't even know if I've ever made aluminum. Hello? Thank you. I do have an aluminum rod. I must have made them somewhere. Or maybe I found it in a immersive engineering hut. That's probably more likely. Okay, I don't have any of this, so it takes 2 or 3. How many rods? It takes 2 for 4. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and smelt up 2. What does it look like? This is bauxite. That's the only one I have. Wow, why is aluminum so hard to find? Is there any of the nether version I have? I really like these nether versions, by the way. I've been picking up a lot of that. No, nothing. Okay. Hopefully I don't need much more aluminum, or I do have to break again. Probably somebody exploring. There we go. Ooh, I forgot I have this in here. Yes, so go ahead and smell. Ooh, that is fast. The bronze I need for something. So let's go ahead and pour this out real quick. I'm trying to think ahead of what I need it for. Generator. It's not for this. It wasn't for that. Was it maybe for the macerator right there? Yes, right there. I knew it. I needed it for something. Okay. Okay, so we got this block, and let's just pour the 2 aluminum ingots. And very soon we don't need to pour with the smeltery and so on anymore. Besides, it looks like iron, like I mentioned. Okay, wait. Okay, let's make the 2 rods. 4 rods, sorry. And now we have everything to make our first machine block. That is exciting. Alright, so we got this guy, and now we need 2 plates. We need 4 tin casings, a cable. So I think I actually need to make the cutters. I don't think I've made those yet, right? No. Let's find out real quick what it takes to make those. That is more iron plates. So I'm gonna need to make at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one goes bye-bye and take the new one. Okay. So let's make these cutters from IC2. And I'm gonna need to get me some copper. Let's go with 5. Sure, why not? Go hammer this down. And then cut this. And the rubber, I think, no, rubber I put into here, yes. Let's go get some of that. So I still need 4 tin casings. I have 2. So let's, I think you get 2 for that, don't you? Per ingot. Yes, alright, good. So let's go ahead and... Oh, wow, it takes the big one. Insulated tin cable, tin cable. Is that what I... Oh, I still need to cut a tin. Oh, look at that, the last one. Oh, we're lucky. Okay, so hammer this one. Cut it. Why are they so thick? They usually are skinnier. So that's why I'm a little bit confused here. Probably gonna need to make 2 of those anyway, but let's just focus on one thing at a time. So there's our battery and our generator. Oh, baby. That feels so good. Let me put this away. This. And even the axe for now. Okay, so where are we gonna put this for now? I think right here. If I ever need to move it, then I'm just gonna make a... You know what? I have something on the outside here, right? It doesn't matter. Let's put it in the walls. And I just put my axe away. That's funny. Alright, I'm gonna put it right here for now. So right now we're just gonna put the generator in the middle. And then we're gonna put the macerator here. And you can start charging up, my friend. Oh yeah, check it out, by the way. Let's just do 4 of these for a second. I said 4. Hello. They give you a ton of these pebbles. 1 stack of this anthracite coal turns into 8 stacks of this, which you then can turn back into 2 stacks. What? 1 stack turns into... Am I getting this right? 16 stacks. 1 stack of these turns into 2 stacks of coal. Yes. Yes, that's how I... That's right. So that's really good. I didn't know that in the beginning, and this charges up, and of course... Wow, it's sucking that down quick. But that's fine. Alright, off to the macerator, which I'm pretty sure is going to take diamonds, right? It doesn't. Okay. So we still have to make 8 of these. And I already made the tin gear, and was it like that? Yes. Here's our casing. And now we still need 8 iron plates. So, it's very soon. we're gonna have machines for all of this, and that's gonna feel so good. I don't mind this difficulty in the beginning at all. Yes, I knew. Oh no, I just need. Wait, why do you? I shift clicked, my friend. I think we can just make them all. That's fine. 1 iron, and then we are ready. Oh, 3 flint and 2 cobble. I'm pretty sure I have tons of flint. Yes, very good. It's actually very different. I mean, yeah, it's progression-wise, it takes you a little longer to do this, but it not requiring any diamonds is funny. All right, here we go. We got our macerator. And now I can take this guy. Actually, we can only put 32 at a time, and it should turn it into 64 of the crushed iron. Let's check this real quick. Wow, I don't remember it being this slow. Oh, that was just probably a save or people sleeping or something. Yes, it makes 2. I love it. And then, of course, this here I can put into the smeltery and then still get 1 ingot per. So that is perfect. So, now, the next thing I want to do is, I want to get this done today for sure, is the blast furnace. I'm not even gonna make the metal former yet. Oh, sorry. Blast brick. Yes. I'm gonna need 27 of these, which comes out to 108 iron plates, 108 of this caminite, 27 seared bricks, which this stuff I already have. Why don't we just make that right away so it's done? Right there. Exactly 27. Wait. I did not plan that, guys. That was pure luck right now that I had exactly enough for 27. So I got these. Then these right here, we need to make redstone circuits, which is just a bunch of slabs. And let's take 6, 3, 6. I don't know how much this is gonna make. So I'm gonna need, let's count here real quick. 4. So that's 108. 108 times I need this recipe. Wow. Wow, that's gonna be a lot. So how much is this gonna be here? This many? And this many. And then I need 27 obsidian. And I just want to get this stuff out of the way, and then I have to wait quite some time. 27 again. Wow, very cool. So we... Yes, no, I needed 108 of this. 27 times, that's correct. Okay, but that's a lot more than 108. Oh boy. Ah, well, I guess it's not going to go bad. So we got everything. So now all I got to do is wait for all this iron to get crushed. It's going to take some time. And, we're going to rearrange that eventually. I'm just going to leave it the way it is now. I don't think I need to make a bat box or anything. And then when I have all this iron done, then we'll go ahead and make the blast furnace so we can start on steel. Because steel is going to come in handy for the first thing I want to make. And that is the thermoelectric generator right here. I want to make 1 of these with 2 uranium and 2 water or ice. I think it needs to be ice. No, with water. Water is 40 RF a tick. Ice, I think, is 46. And then packed ice is even more. But just 40 RF a tick for 1 of these is going to be so useful. But I need the 3 steel ingots. This stuff right here is all easy. And, oh, Constantan plate. How do we make this again? I think that is copper and nickel. Do we have nickel? I think I do. I have 9 nickel right there. But because this right here, over here, this is not going to have any future. This is so slow, guys. It's driving me nuts. See, it stopped already, even though this is producing power right here. But it's making 5 RF. So getting something that makes us 40 RF a tick is going to be really useful. But anyways, I'll be back in a minute once I have the 108 iron plates that we need made. I wanted to show you guys something that I'm paying attention to here now. And that is, I don't want to waste any coal. I had these in here and it is burning them up so fast, right? Because every time the generator is missing a little bit of power, it instantly burns one up, right? But now I'm waiting to about this right here, 1/3 down. And now if you put one in, you see, it fills this almost all the way back up. So you can save yourself a lot of this coal pellets if you kind of babysit it like this. See, this is going to fill it up. So it actually wasted just a split second of actual power. Okay, so what I'm trying to show you, well, I can demonstrate it here. Check it out. It burned it up, it's full. It's using this all up. And it's using the next one, even though it's still almost full. So that's something you want to keep your eye on. And then the other thing I wanted to show you is if you guys can hear a bird, there is a bird right outside my window for the last 15 minutes, and I cannot get rid of him. My cat's attacking the window, and I've been banging it, and he just does not want to leave. So hopefully you guys cannot hear him. But check how fast it smelts the iron. This crushed iron, that is really neat, actually. And I've gotten this many so far, 63. And like I said, I need 108. By the way, something that bothers me greatly. We need 27 to make a blast furnace. But the quest is to make 28. And then we need 3 steel ingots after that, which we're probably gonna then turn in next episode when we're done here. And while we wait for the iron, why don't we turn this in here as well? Just checked if I was recording, because I always want to make sure that I don't mess that up. I'm gonna take the pizza. I don't really need burnables right now. So let's go ahead and take that. And then also for the macerating, we get 3 rewards right there. Very cool. So now the next on the list is gonna be to make the metal former and a compressor. And then up here, also to make the blast furnace and so on. So we're... Ooh. AU to universal energy. The mechanism energy can convert from EU to RF and RF to EU. This will act as a bridge between power system. Keep in mind that mech energy cube starts at a tier 2 power source and goes up with higher tier mech cubes. You'll need a transformer for T1 EU machine. That's good. So I gotta make an elite energy cube. Oh my goodness. Energy cube. I think the bird is gone. Oh my god. Alright, elite energy cube. That is... Wow, that is quite something. That's a little bit out of reach for now. Atomic alloy. Well, this is not too bad. As soon as we get this, reinforced this diamond and enriched. Yeah. So maybe next episode we'll try to set up a metallurgic infuser if we can and so on. But... anyways, I got a couple more minutes before... Actually, how close are we now? Because I do have a few. That's 108. Oh my god. Do it. Do it right now. We are so close. I need to get my hammer out again. You have 54 uses left, so I'm gonna need 5 more iron. And 2 more treated sticks. Alright, so but let's use this one up first. Gonna be 6 left, yes. Alright, and you. Bada bing, bada bang. And this should be 108, yes. Woohoo! Okay, so let's go ahead and spread this out. So yeah, it's kind of a bummer that they make you make 28 even though you only need 27. And I think they did that because they thought that you usually craft these in 2s, right? Oh man, I only went 108, but I need 4 more, which I have right here. So let's do those real quick. Almost. Let's do it. Give it to me. This is gonna pour really fast, so that's no problem. And I've been doing good on the food. I've been cooking every day, like a few different, always in 3s, just these different things. And now I got the pizzas and so on. I did need a lot of food when I was breaking all these bees in the mining age. That was pretty crazy. Because, you know, every time you break a hive, it causes you damage. And before you say you should make a smoker, you need steel to make a smoker, guys. So I was not able to make one. I was gonna make it, but I couldn't. Alright, give it to me. And right there. Alright, here's our 28 blast bricks. And did it take that? Let's see. I want to make sure that I don't... Okay, so it did recognize it. And now we don't need this until we actually have our steel made. And we're going to put this fella right here. Now, as far as what I'm going to power it with is going to depend on what it accepts. Shovel. Because if it only runs on charcoal and coal coke, or coal and coal coke, then I'm gonna have to figure out how to make a little bit more charcoal. And otherwise, because I can't make it, I'm not at the point yet where I really want to avoid creosote oil, right? And this thing is full, plus this. I guess I can use the little bit of creosote that I've had made so far. And let's form this fella. Alright, cool. That feels good having a final steel production here. Okay, so let's get ourselves... I only need 3 right now, so let's just make 3 of you. And I should have... full coke right there. I only need 3. Let's see if I can maybe cut here and we can turn in the steel quest and finish the episode with that. I think that might actually not be bad. So you are done. And now let's give it just 2 of them and you guys are going to see it's going to fill this machine here quite fast and then fill here. So if you put the, like I said, the whole stack in there, you waste a ton of energy. Alright, the steel is done. And we got some slag as well. I wanted to check, yes, we can still make concrete with that. And is there anything else? Well, that would be a nice trade to find. But I guess we're just gonna make concrete with it mostly. And let's turn in this quest, even though I thought we're not gonna... Okay, this scared me here for a second. And we're getting a block of steel, which is really nice. So, which we're gonna put to good use. And I'm sure between episodes I'm gonna cook up a bunch more steel. But actually, let's see. Did something else open up? What is this here? The byproducts of progress. So it wants us to make a... I'm guessing a crusher, right? We need 9 hoppers. Yeah, that's a crusher right there. And then we'll get bauxite ore. That's something we actually need. And the other stuff we've seen. Okay, very cool. And I have no idea when all this stuff here is going to open up. But eventually we'll get it unlocked. And then there's one more thing I wanted to craft today that I wanted to do for a while. And that is a brewing stand. And you guys see it's a way different recipe. We already have these here done. And we still need to make some of this weird ender pearl things. I have 2 ender pearls that... Yeah, I got them from dungeon chests. That's where I got them from. I have not killed an enderman yet. We're going to have to figure out how we're going to do that as well. And I think I'm going to put that right here for the time being. Because now, what I can make is night vision potions for the nether. And of course, fire resistance as well. Let's check here real quick. I think golden carrot, yes. So I'm going to probably make a bunch of potions as well. Even though my bag is getting a little bit full here. I'm going to have to leave some stuff eventually. So that way I can explore the nether a little bit more. Now, between episodes, I'm going to process a lot of this. I'm probably going to process some of the gold because I have so much. I'm not going to process it all. I'm probably always going to hold on to this diamond ore, guys, that we got from the quest reward. Because there is probably... Hold on a second. Not smelting. Is there no crafting recipe? Yes, there is. Because sometimes you need a gold ore to make the... Oh, we don't have environmental... the environmental controls... Is that what it's called? Mod in here with the void miner and so on. But let's see here. Quarry. Maybe this guy needs it. No, totally different things. And this one neither. Okay, so I could probably... process it, because sometimes there is a recipe where you need a silk-touched diamond ore, but apparently not in this pack. Anyways, guys, we got a lot done. We got steel production going. We got ore doubling, which I'm super happy about. All the other crushed stuff I put in here, by the way, copper and gold, that all almost instantly smelted. So it's actually quite fast. I'm liking this. And like I said, we got steel. I'm gonna get everything together so we can upgrade our RF next time. and continue with the pack. I'm excited. I'm having a lot of fun. I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. These guys get on my nerves here, to tell you the truth, because it's ridiculous. How many cycles do we have now? 24, 20. So this is the 21st cycle, and I've gotten, out of all 4 of these, maybe 5 combs. It's a joke. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, take care, stay safe, and bye-bye.